Hi guys! Hello everybody! I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. Hello everyone. There we go. Hello! Hi Annalise. Hi Azalea's Creations. How are you guys doing? Hi everybody. Misty Potato 604. That is a great handle. Hi guys. How are you all doing? Well, we haven't had a live in a while. It's been busy. This summer's been busy over here. So we're doing it at a weird time tonight because we are going to be talking to, hiya, Mr. Cakes. We are going to be talking to Monica from Moreish Cakes in Australia. So we had to do this in the evening here. So that we can talk to her, not in the middle of the night there. So we're very excited. Hi from Brisbane, Lorraine. And you didn't even have to get up at 3 a.m. Yay. Anyway, so we're going to be talking to Monica, in a couple of minutes. I'm going to invite her, to come, join us if I can remember how to do that. I think I can figure it out. But first I wanted to do a little housekeeping. Not real housekeeping. I don't do that. Robin doesn't clean. We've got some new fun things. I have a sneak peek of tomorrow's newsletter. We have a new video. We got some new products in. I tested these little cutters so Cookie Peeps, pay attention. I've got these cute little cookie cutter sets that have little matching embossers, and this is an adorable set. It comes with like I think 8 different designs, and I played with them because I am, as many of you probably know, I'm not very good at cookies. And I wish I was better at cookies. I just don't have the patience for cookies. So I wanted to see if I could come up. So somebody who is a good cookier could probably do something wonderful with these. But I wanted to see how much I could cheat these. So I made shortbread cookies over the weekend, and I stamped the shortbread so it wouldn't rise. So you can see it. These turned out super cute. So they stamped, but then, this is the kicker, I wanted to see if they would paint without doing any frosting at all. And this is my favorite. Watch this. I know, you can't wait to try them because they're super fun, guys. They're super fun because all I did was I baked this little Grim Reaper, and then directly on the cookie used our incredible paints, and the metallics show up insanely beautifully. The metallics are just wicked awesome. I don't know if you can pick it up because it's getting dark in here, but you can see the sickle and the purple on the inside of his sleeve. But anyway, it was super fun. You just paint them with the incredible paints, and I'm gonna do this. I've got a Thanksgiving set coming in about 3 weeks, and I'm going to be doing that for Thanksgiving to keep the little ones at bay so that the adults can try to have a conversation. Anyway, so this is new, very exciting. Keep an eye out. I've got them coming in for every holiday. I've got them coming in because I love them. I think they're great. So anyway, stay tuned. And yes, that metallic is absolutely amazing. Taylor's Tasty Treats. It blows my mind every time I use it, and it flowed. I was really concerned that it wasn't going to flow well on a cookie, because it's rough, but this stuff just painted beautifully. It was amazing. And the reason I don't have the other cookies here is because I took pictures of them and I put them on a little cake stand, and I had sprinkles around it for the picture, and then I tried to just tip the cake stand to get it off of to get the stuff off of the cake stand, the sprinkles, and I tipped it just a little bit over the sink, and all of them dropped into the sink, and so they all Ironically, they all died except for the Grim Reaper, who sat up on the stand and laughed at them all in the most maniacal way. Anyway, so there will be more. Um, Keep an eye out for it and look tomorrow. Okay, that is a delicious Grim Reaper. I'm gonna see if I can get Monica on here. You guys are gonna love her. If you don't know her, this is Monica from Moreish Cakes. I met her at SoFlo. She's fabulous. She's a fabulous Aussie. And she's gonna show us stuff that's gonna blow your mind. Wait till you see. She's quite the inventor. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get her on here. There she is. She's coming. She has been invited. Moreish Cakes has joined. Yay!
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I am so excited to be here. You look wonderful.
Oh, long story, but no, this is bad. But anyway, don't get your hairdresser as a friend of a friend who's dating her, because then when they break up, you can't get in with her.
That's terrible.
But anyway. So he's heartbroken, our friend is heartbroken, and Brian and I both have like horrible hair right now. So
I thought your hair looked wonderful actually, and it had really good volume and texture. So I'm a bit of a mess because it's like first thing in the morning here, and I was trying to calm the frizziness down, but we'll just pretend it's back there for now.
It's fabulous. It glows.
Bless. You can follow me around anytime, Robin.
So, Monica, tell us, first of all, I wanted to say that when I met you at SoFlo, I thought you were wonderful, and I'm glad that you hunted me down. Once I got over to your stand and started seeing what you're doing, I was absolutely blown away, because there are things that Monica has come up with, guys, that would have saved me over the years probably a total of like 3 years of baking.
Oh, that's so sweet to hear. I have to give a big shout out to Mark from Custom Cookie Cutters, because if it wasn't for him, because it sounds really weird because considering what we do and I'm on stage and what have you, I'm very shy to approach new people. And he was like, have you gone over and met Robin yet? And I was like, no, leave her alone. I don't want to bother her. And he's like, come on, let's go. And if it wasn't for him and us literally stalking you, this wouldn't happen. So I am so grateful to Mark. So that's my big shout out to him. But so come here.
Because I am so not approachable.
It is, but when you, oh God, I sound like such a dad now. When you fangirl, and I think I put it in my post, Evil Cake Genius for me since day dot, was always in the forefront with the first to market, best products. All of us literally raid your website constantly for new ideas, new products. And to have met you guys was like one of those little moments in your life you go, oh yes, tick, bucket list done. So I'm really grateful. So thank you so much.
Very sweet.
On to business.
That's very sweet. But we need to get you out more.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to get right to it. Guys, stick around because Monica's going to show us some amazing things. And then she's going to be giving away some of her cuppies, which I love them. I love them so much. I've never been a cupcake person. And when I saw these, I was I know. I have reformed because they are absolutely wonderful. So I was thinking, Monica, that we should give away the set of,
if I can actually show it really well. In my defense, this has been sitting in my fridge since April because it's my demo cuppies. So they're a bit solid, but don't tell anyone. But at least it shows you how they look. So here we go. Aren't they cute?
Look at that big, beautiful ruffle. Aren't these the most beautiful things you have ever seen? It really, it does. It makes me want to do
I have
cupcakes.
to convert
It's
you
amazing.
over.
So we're gonna do. I was thinking that we would give away the classic metals, right? Gold, rose gold, and silver as one set, and then the baby colors and the black and white as a second set to someone else.
Yeah.
You good? So I told Annalise before this that we picked what number randomly it was going to be, and so the X person, whatever if person, to post a kangaroo because you're an Aussie, will get the traditional medals, and the X person to post a mosquito because that is our animal in Minnesota will get these. So start post mosquitoes and kangaroos, and we will get to that when we at the end. I will announce who won each of those.
Wonderful, and I will post them out to the winners so we can get a few out there and people can give them a go and see what the difference is. And just for everybody who is actually watching, the parchment is the highest grade parchment cupcake liners on the market. So for anybody who struggles with, cupcake liners that peel once they're finished baking, these are virtually no peel. I mean, if you put hot cupcakes in a plastic container and put the lid on, you deserve it. But if it's just look at her. But if you just pop them in the boxes once they've, mostly cooled, cake boxes are always the best, obviously, for the cardboard boxes because they do absorb the moisture. But these don't peel, and that's why people love them so much. I know, and they're wonderful. But I'm a little bit biased, so we'll move off those for the time being. I've got everything here for you.
Well, and I love the metallics because it won't show if I'm doing like a red velvet cupcake, but the person, their party is like pink. I don't want to see the cupcake through here. I want what I want the cupcake to look like to be through here. So the metallic,
and they're also no oil, so the oil won't leach out. Oh yeah, it's huge, right? Doesn't leach out of your cupcake liners. And one more thing too. This is the beauty of these cupcake liners. You can change the size and the capacity of them. So the bases are 550, so it sits, I know everyone's always surprised when I tell them this. So the bases are 500, and 350 for the minis, which means they sit in any cupcake tin and any cupcake box. But if you're used to doing a 550 or say a 600 cupcake, or in the mini a 400 or a 450, all you need to do is add, for example, say a regular cupcake, 1 tablespoon of rice to the bottom of your cupcake tin, and then put the liner in. It actually fans out more. It still fits in your cupcake tin, but you get also more surface area on the top to decorate. So you can change the size and the capacity of these, whereas the other ones you can't. So that's another, I try and think of as many things as possible because I'm a baker. And my husband, when we went into COVID, said to me, because obviously all our orders canceled and, the businesses were, so he was like, why don't you make products out of what you do? Because everybody asks, how do you do what you do? And this is what you're going to discover today are all my products and all the things I've been using in my cake business for years. So anyway, moving along.
That's where the best products come from.
Yeah.
It's those of us that are doing the stuff and wishing we had it. So somebody here, wait, who is it? Oh, okay, I'm old. Georgia and Della says, I can say these are wonderful. And
bless. We love you guys. Thank you for the support. I'm really trying to I mean, we were in SoFlo this year, which was amazing, and people went ballistic for stuff, and we all sold out, which was great. Thank you. But obviously, it's just trying to get the word out as to, you know, what we have and what we can actually do. And, you know, you and I are going to talk about the baking stuff as well. The difference from what is available in the market to what we actually created here at Moreish is mind-blowing. Yeah. Well.
Yes. Yes. I can't. The liners, I just can't. I just can't. You know how much money you would have saved me in cake pans? And I'm going to let you get to it because you guys prepare to be have your minds blown.
Do you want me to talk about the liners and the wraps? Okay.
Sure, whatever. All your stuff is amazing. But you pick how you want to start.
Obviously, I'm a cake baker. So for me, the cakes have to be as good as how they look. So everything is incredibly important. All of us have different size cake tins. I personally use a 4-inch high cake tin, but I found a lot of people, especially in America, they have like the 2-inch high cake tins. So people are going out and buying extra tall cakes. So when I bake a cake at home, I bake an entire tier. So I'm trying to put my hands in here, 5 to 6 inches high in every single bake. So I don't do separate tins. So we have here tall cake tins, but it doesn't make any difference with this product, whether you've got a shorter one or a higher one. So parchment paper drives me crazy. I also think it's a waste and it's not great for the environment. So I came up with this idea about 3 or 4 years ago, and these are reusable cake liners. So this is the wrap, the line that actually goes around it, and in each tube comes 2 pieces. One is the base and the other one is the liner. So in your regular cake tin, pop in the base. And then, so I've got to put this on the bench. I'll pop that around. There we go. So there is your liner. So it doesn't make any difference whether you're baking a 2-inch high cake or a 5-inch high cake. You can get up to a 5 or a 6-inch cake. Now this also keeps the moisture in your cake when you're baking, number 1. Number 2, it reduces down the browning of your cake, especially when you're doing colored cakes like rainbow cakes, because you know how you lose that color? And that really helps it. The other thing is that these are super strong compared to the other ones on the market, so that even if you do have an only 2-inch high cake tin, it still supports its own weight and your cake will grow. And they come in all different sizes from 4-inch through to 12-inch. So that kind of covers everybody. So that's stage 1. And these can be used on their own. And if you want to take it up a level, we have our cake wraps. Now everyone's seen the Bake Even strips. Okay. The frustration I had with them is that they're very low. They're only 2-inch high. If you want to do a taller cake, you'd have to wrap a couple of them around. Or if you're like some of us, I started with tea towels and aluminium foil. But I ended up with drawers full of those and I kept on making a mess. So when I went looking again to market, I found 1 or 2 people who had maybe a 3-inch high one. Nobody at the time had a 4-inch, and 5-inch did not exist. So me who bakes the 5-inch, 6-inch high cakes, this is what it is. So the other thing is the taller that they got, these ones, the more likely they were to collapse on themselves because they weren't strong enough. There's not enough fabric in them, and the quality is actually quite low. So the difference with these ones is these are industrial commercial felt inside them. So I'll take these out. So this is a brand new one. I can squish it and they'll pop straight back up. They stand up on their own. So to keep your cakes less browned, more moist, a flat, even top, we wrap this little baby around our cake tin, and it's like a little doona for it, right? Now, what I wanted to show everybody was that over time, this is the most common thing I also had, that people would say when they were using Bake Even strips or other brands, they do collapse and they don't last very long. So I wanted to show you mine. It looks manky, but please bear in mind, this is 3 years old. This is mine, this is 3 years old. See, this is what happens. So the colors kind of go into them. It's just for everyone so they can actually see. Well used, right?
Wow.
But that's 3 years. And look, it is still holding.
And it's, yep. I want you to show how they attach, because I used to sit there with T-pins on mine and stab myself repeatedly.
Let's see if I can drop this down enough. Hang on. Can you see that well? All right, so
Yeah.
see if I got the right tin size. So just wrap it around. Let's see if I can do this around. I'm going to go backwards. That has two little panels here. Most of them only have one. This is a small tin, so I'm going to have to go right around. So slipping it under the first tab. Now, obviously, you've got to soak these through. I normally just fill the sink with a bit of water and I leave them sitting there for a few minutes. And I don't really wring them out. I just put them on my my dish thingy and let the water just seep out on its own. And there we go. And that's under the second tab. And there she is ready for the oven. I pour my batter in there and straight into the oven. Now, the beauty of them, the beauty is that they will happily sit in the oven at a low temperature for, especially because I bake mud cakes at 140 to 150 degrees Celsius for between 3 to 5 hours, depending on the size of the cake. If I'm doing a really long bake, like a 5-hour, I will, like an hour or two in, give it a spray on the outside with some water, which is actually really great for your bake as well, because it adds moisture into your oven and you get a much better even baked crumb. So it's cooked all the way through without that brown on the outside and raw on the inside. So that's it's like a little snuggly doona for your for your bakes.
Nice. And that right there, the thing that's blowing my mind about this entire, because when I saw you and you're like, I have these really thick, and I was like, who has pans like that? Like, no, I've never even seen a pan that tall. And then when she showed me that I can take my and the Fat Daddios are nice, and they come in, I think they come in 3, but I've always had 2-inch pans, because you bake an 8-inch cake, so you bake 2 different pans, and it's 2 2-inchers, and then you level them, and then you're doing literally twice the work, twice the dishes, twice the prep, and the fact that you can take that and take that tall liner and turn a 2-inch pan into a 4-inch pan and bake 1 cake per cake instead of 2 cakes per cake. I gotta tell you, if I would have met you years ago, I wouldn't have these. They would. No, I wouldn't. It's brilliant, guys. I'm telling you. And and here you've got so many fans here. I love Monica's liners. Absolutely delivers the best cakes. And it is, and we're seeing, like, when I can't tell you how many times that I baked a gender reveal, and when they cut into it, they thought the kid was going to be an alien, because instead of being blue, it was green, because the outside edge browned, and it turned. So we're having a Shrek. So these are brilliant, guys, and mainly to me, it's all about that getting twice the amount of cake baked in the same amount of time. Check them out on the site. Go to my site. Search Moreish. We've got them over there, and I've been pulling them. I was over there working today. I was pulling them all day today. People here are absolutely loving them. There's nothing like this in the market in the U.S. I don't think there's anything.
I was the first to market. Now, obviously, because I'm not that big on in the world, a few people have replicated since, and that always happens. Most of our products have actually been first to market. Some of them are because we couldn't find certain things in the market, or I had created something that I was using. So yes, if you know, I always say try and support the original creators is amazing. But yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say about the if you're baking, you know, like a full tier. If you're baking, for example, a 5-inch cake, you can fit 4 in a standard oven baking at the same time. So you have 4 single tiers at any given time, or 3 6-inch cakes in the oven. Again, baking at 5 to 6-inch high, they're done and dusted. So, you know, over 3 hours, you've got 3 to 4 cakes already done without having to keep on going. Oh, Apple Tree, hello, darling. Yes, you are. I love your work, darling. Okay. I saw so many. Evelyn was on. I saw so many names. Like, oh my gosh. Evelyn's actually in the US. She's an amazing supporter. So she's we absolutely adore her, and we'll catch up with her in SOFO. Yeah. Sorry, we digress. Anyway, moving on.
I love this, but it is. You can tell people. You know, Apple Tree says right there, and the replicas are not like yours, and it's true. It's true, and all of us
independent, creators, we run into this. And the nice thing that I found with having this store is we carry the original creators. We don't carry the knockoffs. And so people are like, why are you bringing this in from Australia? And it's like, because it's Monica's product. And you've earned it. It's a good product, and you've actually worked with it. You haven't gone into, it's been kitchen tested. There's blood, sweat, and tears, not literally on it, guys, figuratively. But you know the ins and outs of your product and how it works. And so that's, those are my favorite, and those are the people that we stock at Evil Cake Genius. Is and it's largely women, but women who couldn't find what they wanted and made it themselves. So go you. And I love that we're being able to bring it to the U.S. So if you haven't tried it, guys, try one. Like, order one. Go onto Evil Cake Genius and order one, and try it in a 2-inch pan, and your mind will be blown. I like to do the liner and the wrap because I am paranoid, and I'm afraid that I'm just a little worried that the pastry gods are going to punish me for cheating the system, and somehow, I want that extra. But it's gorgeous.
They're a match made in heaven together.
So,
obviously, you can use them separately because some people have their own products that they want to go. Hi, Caitlin. Thank you, darling. But they are definitely a match made in heaven. So if you can, like you said, I had so many people. When we first launched 2-3 years ago with the liners, we had people just buy one because, it's new to market. Nobody knew if they were any good. And then you'd literally see their name pop up again, and it'd be add to cart, one of everything. One of every size, I should say. So that's really encouraging. So it's good.
Yes. It is. You can tell when it's a good product. And the thing is that, I like that people take the time to test it on one. But that's, the people that don't know you.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be there if it wasn't
lovely.
Right.
All right. Did you want to, I know you're very interested in Wafer because I adore how much of a fan you are. And I brought some of my flowers that people have seen. Hang on, wait. Oh, before I dropped it.
Guys, wait till you see her flowers.
I have a little box here to show you. I'm going to tilt it again. Let's see if I can do this. So,
guys, look
so bear in
at
mind,
those.
these have been in my collection. This is actually one of the roses that you've seen on the pictures. So, and people always ask me, how long do they last? So, this one, I think I made in 2018 or 2019, so I'll show you. I still have my very first flowers that I made for my birthday in 2013, so that's how long they actually last. And these are the ones that you've seen on the photo.
Wow.
So hang on, I'm trying to very delicately because obviously they've been around for a while, and they are a bit delicate. But this is all made with the more curl. I know that the leaves are a bit broken now. Please be kind. But they're roses, and then we have, these are doubles. So hopefully Sophie will say yes to my workshops. Look at these.
Look at those people. Now, I don't know. I can't speak for all of us stateside here, but I know for me it was gum paste floral was the thing. Oh my God, look at the dahlias. Would you guys look at that?
So these are all made with more curl. And like even Annalise's commented. The beauty of this is, I think we all love making, well, I love making flowers, but they take forever. And I was trying to look for a solution that was much faster. And I don't have time, especially as a commercial producer of cakes and flowers. I can't sit there for 5 to 6 hours to make a flower. I have to pump them out really quickly. So the product that I created, being the more curl roses, I mean, if I've got a whole production line going, I can make 10 roses in an hour. So it gives you an idea as to what is actually possible with the product. And once you get your groove, and these are peonies. Hang on, they're a bit battered because they've travelled all over Australia for various workshops. But they're years and years old.
Those are gorgeous.
They're starting to get a little delicate. And I actually prepared some here for you to show you. Have we got time to do a quick demo? Everybody wants to see how to make them?
I got nowhere to be, kids. Yes, please. I'm dying to see that because that looks
All right.
like
I'm going to
torture
flip the
me.
camera around. So I'm going to be able to see but you won't be able to see me, but you'll see my bench, all right? So just bear with me. Here we go. See how how about you talk while I set up?
Okay, guys. So everybody, so if people are just tuning in, this is Monica from Moreish Cakes, and she does first of all, she's an amazing baker. We've talked about her inventions for baking, but now we're going to talk about, she makes the most glorious wafer paper flowers that I have ever seen, and she has products that are made specifically wait till you see this. They kind of make themselves with her product. It's totally amazing. It's like those little bottles that you get of her More Curl and her wafer paper conditioners. It's like that's a bottle of like little elves, and they make it for you. I swear to God, wait till you see this. So everybody, tune in, get yourself a lovely beverage. I'm gonna get mine, and we're gonna watch her make these.
Okay,
flawless
now, if I
roses.
am off the screen, please tell me and shout out to me because I can't actually see very, very well. All right, so this is the More Curl. It comes clear, and you can color it however you want. Now, here is the beauty, and I know that you stock these as well. These are edible art paints. These are like best friends. And I actually saw that you have your own range of colors as well, Robin. So I actually want to test these in here. But what I found was almost oh, there we go. Y'all got to try them. Almost every color on the market works with More Curl. The only one I've found that doesn't get along very well is obviously Color Mill because it's an oil-based product. But you can actually make it work. It just takes a little bit longer. So my suggestion is, first of all, when you get your bottle, give it a shake. And then decant into another bottle so you can color it, right? We're going to color one together, and then I've got other ones already pre-colored. So this is like the quickest demo. I'm going to do a bit of the yellow because I want to show you how easy it is. Always give these a good shake. But you can also use, by the way, and I'm sure everybody has them, your petal dust. As long as they're a good quality fine petal dust, this works as well. I've just happened.
Oh, that would be fun. Oh, that would be fun to do with our Chinese hell. So they'd be like.
I was going to say, I'm going to have to place an order just to try all the local products. So there's the yellow done. And in here, in a larger bottle, because I do a lot of these, I've got like massive amounts of them. Here is the pink. So all you need to do, this is just wafer paper. I've just used a circle cutter. And you just need to give them a bit of a spray. They're going to move around at the moment because I've got nothing on my bench. And instead of petal dusting or brushing it on, all I do is actually spray it on. So this has been a bit of I'm just trying to get the yellow in there. And then it's really important that you flip them over and we do the other side. So I'm just going to flip this. This is More Curl. It does it all for you. Yes. I'm going to add more of that pink. The idea is you want to make sure, now anyone who uses wafer paper will be probably freaking out right now going, oh my God, look how much product she's putting on. It should be disintegrating. It doesn't. And the reason I'm just rubbing it in because I love the fact that and I'm going to pick it up and show you, the petal has got all these different colors in it. And now it's really, really important. You grab a gorgeous cake cooling rack and you place them rough side up. And that's the side that's going to curl for you. So let me just show you these. I'm going to pop these on. So there's the cooling rack.
This is incredible.
Sorry.
So
all right. So I'm going to put these aside. I'm just going to do another quick batch. With my, here we go. Trying to watch the screen to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Oh, I'm
so far you're doing really well.
We normally have an entire setup studio with 3 cameras for 3 different angles, but we are just in the process of, we've bought a warehouse and we're currently renovating. So we're probably a couple of months off being able to do these again with the split screens. But I promise you next time I'll do so much better with the camera angles. Too kind.
This is flawless.
Too kind. All right.
Thrilled. So guys. So she's spraying it with the More Curl that she has added color to, and so she's shaping these.
Correct. So you'll probably
and
be able
coloring
to
them
see on the
the
screen
same
at the
time,
moment,
which
there's
is-
some beautiful colors happening through. Now, what's happening is the product is actually absorbing into the paper. And I always tell people, especially on the first time you do them, just leave them to sit there for a couple of moments. Now, I'm going to keep these in the background for you. I'm going to move them up a little bit, and you'll watch them slowly activate. What they become, so here's some I prepared earlier. Let me just bring this into view. This is what they become. So they look like real petals, and they will curl up with the color already in them. So they look like are already made. Yeah. See, this is a thing. Like I was trying to find something because there were so many wafer paper products on the market, but wafer paper still looked like wafer paper to me. It lacked that natural movement of the petal to make it look like a real rose. And you can see on the curls there, they look like a genuine petal. And people will say to me, how long does it take for this to happen? It only takes a few moments, well, a few minutes. I normally say if you're only doing one rose, just go make a cup of coffee and come back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that camera around again. I'm going to show you how to put one together.
To get that amount of the thinness and the roll and all of that, what it would take me to do to make one petal out of gum paste would be ridiculous. They literally
yes, they are making themselves. So those dahlias that you see, so I obviously pre-cut them. I've got a cameo. I think a lot of people have crickets. You just cut out 50 million petals and then just spray them and leave them. If you find they haven't curled up enough, when they get to the soft stage style, so you can just with your fingertips just go like this and they'll just curl in and the shape is done for you, which I think is amazing. So I have some petals here ready to go. And I'll just show them to you. And all I've done is like, actually, this is really good. You know, when you go to weddings and etc., where you can't use the confetti anymore, you can actually throw these and the animals can eat them. So the little birds can come down and eat them because they're wafer paper. How good is that for a wedding idea, right? All right. Now, what you'll find is not all the petals will curl. So maybe out of 10 petals, you might get 2 that don't curl. So you end up with something that looks maybe a bit like that. Or maybe this one here. And these are used for the center for the bud. And I just cut them in half, like so. These ones are starting to curl. I'm going to show you in a minute what actually happens. I don't know if I actually sprayed them enough. It depends on the humidity in the air. So like every other product that's new, you need to work out what the humidity in your air is. And people say to me, oh, how long does it take before they're ready? How long is a piece of string? 5 minutes, 20 minutes, depends on where you are. But they don't take long at all. All right, so we have...
And even with where you are, like I'm in Minnesota, so it's like yesterday it was 77% humidity, and then in the winter it's like 1%. So even just the difference between the time of year is going to make a big difference. That is exactly right.
Worst case scenario, if you find that they're not curling, I always wait for them to activate first, so you'll start to see it curl a little bit. If they're not drying, pop on your air con and they will dry really, really quickly. Oh, they're starting to curl up. I actually want to show you. Hang on a second.
Yay!
All right, let's just turn this around. So you can see those little edges just start to happen. Like, oh, hang on here. See here? And it's really important that you just make sure,
that's
just move down a bit, that they're not sticking to the cooling wrap. But you can see they're just starting to curl. I haven't done anything. So there was no magic here happening on my bench while we were talking. They're just doing their own thing.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Hang on. Let's turn that around. There we are. All right. So I have here, and I know you've got it. This is my more hard and sticky. What is different about this? Anybody who pre-buys edible glue, like already made, will know how runny it is. So this is how runny mine is, look how thick. And it smells like strawberries.
Oh, kids, it does. It's absolutely
so
delicious.
It's super thick. Now, for those who prefer to make their own, they can do it with the more hard. And I know that you've got that as well. And my products are all a little bit naughty. I know, I'm really sorry. I'm a little bit, I always say I'm a little bit cheeky, but not smutty. So it's always a bit innuendo. I think you need to be a bit classy when you're naughty. Does that make sense?
Hey, I'm all for smut. You can go full
I'm very
smut on
conscious
this
of my,
program,
because I
right,
know
guys?
American and UK, their sense of humor is very different to an Australian one. We're really naughty. So I'm very careful when I travel. I don't swear in my classes. I'm a really, really good girl. So yeah, more hard Tyler.
We know who
More
you
hard
really are,
Tylose
though.
does exactly what it is supposed to do. It makes your fondants and your gum paste more hard, or you can make your own glue. This is actually a pot of the one that I made with the more hard. But the recipe is very easy. All you need to do is 2 tablespoons of water to a 1/4 teaspoon of more hard into a bit of water and give it a shake and let it develop overnight. So I have a quick bud here. How much time we got, Robin, before you got to kick me off? What time is it there again? I'm really sorry.
Oh, it is 6:40 in Minnesota. So we're just getting started, man.
I'm just making a very quick bud. I'm not doing anything.
So now that
these are completely dry. What I did was I actually painted. I'm going to lean this down a little bit so hopefully we can see it on the bench. Can we see that bench okay? All right. So all I've done is I've just used a little bit of the hardened sticky, and I've kind of wet the petal. And I have a couple here that I've got cut in half because they haven't curled too much. I had another brush, but I don't know what I've done with it, and it's gone for walkabouts. I'm sure it'll magically appear when I'm finished. So this is a bit of a smaller one. So all I'm doing here is I'm just placing on the beauty of the glue as well. All that beautiful work that you did to curl your petals, it won't destroy that curl, whereas other ones will because it's got too much moisture in it. Okay. So you're going to see in a second.
That's exactly it. When I use the other glues that I've carried before,
correct.
They
this
dissolve
doesn't.
The wafer
this is
paper.
Actually its best friend.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's, guys, that's more hard and sticky glue, and it's wonderful for, and we do a lot with printed icing sheets. And same thing, they dissolve, they bubble, they do things if there's too much moisture in this. This glue is the way. I do those and I attach them to cookies. And wow.
So it's really good for cookies as well. If you find that your sprinkles, because your glues are too runny, they're not sticking, or even attaching things to the side of cake, or anybody who's a modeler will love it because it dries so much faster. It doesn't damage your fondant either. So there's the bud done. By the way, I don't know if you can actually see them. I haven't touched them. They're the ones that we sprayed.
Look
How good
at
are these? So I'm just making sure that they're not, I'm probably going to ruin this one because I'm on an angle, that they're not sticking too much, because or else they won't curl up. I normally use my little tool. I'm going to use my sticky nails instead. But that's them. They're the ones that we just sprayed. So they're almost ready to go. And then here I have a bunch of petals. I'm just making sure you can see it on the screen. And I'm just going to give them, I wish I had my other brush. I don't know what on earth I do with things. So I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed on.
I think it comes with the, I think it comes with the profession. I think my husband calls me the human black hole. I think cake decorators, we lose stuff because we're like trying to do 18 things at a time. I can't find anything. You are so true.
We're trying to do too much at the same time, aren't we? And our brains, I think most of us either have OCD or ADHD. We all have a little something of something. And I think that has to do with it. So all I've done is I've actually cut these petals. I don't know if you can see them. I'm making my life a little bit easier here. I'm going to try and do a quick rose. Bit of glue all the way around. I'm hoping you can see it on the screen. And this is going to look very realistic, very, very quickly.
Now, how did you get the cupping?
Let's do one together. Now, let me just stick these on before they get too soft. Yeah. And then I'll do one with you. Yes. Look at those. So you can cup them either way. I think we did this. We did this workshop in at SoFlo Miami, and the students, by the time they got to this stage, they were like, "Oh my God, look how quick this rose was created."
Seriously,
I'm just doing it live.
These, this is okay,
these are all the petals that we made together. So we've already got that first stage done. It is.
And look at how that
and it's not gone soft. I can use the rose straight away. I don't have to hang it upside down and wait for it to dry. So let's do a quick one together. These are still probably a little bit soft to use. Let me find one that's kind of, all right. So it's a bit limp at the moment, but these are the ones from before. All I do is just snip the bottom, a little bit of glue on one side, and you can cut them. All right, so she's still a bit soft, but she's ready to go. All right, we're going to do one more quick row here, and we're going to finish this rose, and the rose is done. Now, bear in mind, as I said, you can do this as quickly as what I'm doing. Anybody who makes roses regularly will pump through these so quickly. Now, the beauty is all I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to turn this upside down, and I'm just going to attach them on, okay? And the idea is the less you play with them, the better they look. And the more curled up your petals are, I always say the mankier the petal, the better the rose. My first wafer paper I ever bought was from you guys. And I bought a chevron. I remember it so clearly. It was like a chevron print. And I made my first rose. It looked terrible, but I was so proud of it. It had nothing to do with your product. It had everything to do with my capabilities. I need another petal here. Hang on a second. Just do it quick. I'm a bit short of one here. I like this one. Look how curled up that is. That is just sensational.
That is. It's gorgeous. I'm astounded that you found a product that literally does the work for you.
I think 2017 or 2018, I'd run out of a product called Paper Potion in the middle of the night. And I couldn't buy any more online because they weren't selling it here at that stage. There's that rose so far. And now I'm going to show you something really cool. Let's just lift this up. And yeah, I was trying to, you know how you see all those recipes on YouTube and all those, like vodka and this and that and the other, and I was trying to mix all these things together and it just wasn't working for me. And I made a mistake and added in something else and completely, and these petals turned out amazing. And I actually still have, I don't know if I've got it here, my original first rose that I made by accident. And then I couldn't remember what I'd put into it. So I spent the next 3 months experimenting to try and recreate it. Right.
Oh,
the things I do. All right. You know how we cupped it one way? This time I want you to cup it the opposite way.
Yes.
So it curls differently.
Okay.
All right. And then, so this is the rose that we're just making now. Look how pretty that looks.
I can't believe that happened live.
Oh, it's so
I can't believe you made that while we were talking. That's insane.
So I'm just going to add a little, so I'm adding a little bit of glue on the bottom. And then those petals that I've got upside down, I'm going to add glue to the outside. This will blow your mind. So let's see if I can do this live for you. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach these. I'm going to hold it in place just for a split second. You wait and see the effect. It is fabulous. People are going to love this. I can see this already, people watching going, I'm going to put it on YouTube like I did it. No, I did it first. You know how it works. I've been seeing all these people start to spray their wafer paper and thinking, oh, I wonder where you got that from. I'm being so naughty today because I've been really cheeky. First thing in the morning, I'm always cheeky. Sorry, I've got to show. Hang on, I think it needs just one more. I think this one will do. A bit more glue under here. And we'll just stick that in there just for the fun of it. Oh, sorry. I'm going to watch the screen because I can see what I'm doing, but you can't.
Don't worry.
Now, before I flip it over and do the reveal, I'm just going to show you one more thing. I have a couple of petals here. You know, like the little ones? Like these ones? And I'm going to do the same thing. I just want them to hang down a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here because we're going to do this one live on air. All right, so there's the rose. How realistic is that? So these
That's
little ones here, all I'm going
insane.
to do is I'm just going to touch them underneath. So they look like, I can do botanicals, like I can do those super fancy ones that you see online. But what I try to create is something that everybody at home can create, right? We're not after competition flowers here. We're just after something that anybody can do. I'm going to pop one more in here.
But that looks like a competition flower. I mean, that's absolutely amazing.
Stick, come on. I just need you to stick. There we go. Done. She's done. Was that not the fastest, the most realistic rose that you can make with wafer paper without sitting there and doing every single petal? I love it.
Absolutely ridiculous. I cannot say. You know what? If you told me before tonight that I had to make a wafer paper rose, I might cry. And I'm literally going to bust into my stock tomorrow and play with that stuff because
I'm dying to see what you make.
I have to do that now.
Yeah.
You'll find out. I'll find out. I don't know yet, but guys, that is absolutely insane. Anyone who has worked with gum paste before, or even worked with wafer paper before, this kind of changes everything. This is so that's the more curl and the more hard and sticky, and we got it, guys. I'm kind of blown away.
I'm doing the product placement for you. Sorry.
Absolutely amazing. I love it. I can't say enough. So Monica, that is. I have to thank you because that has opened my eyes, and between the baking thing, the baking liners that you can bake basically 2 tiers in one tin, and then it just blows my mind. We're not entirely sure where this stuff came from.
We had such a giggle on the email about the whole Roswell thing, and I thought I've got 3 or 4 more products in development. You guys are just going to die and see what we're coming out with next year. But I really appreciated that. My brain never stops.
I do. I really do think that you're really not I am speculating that your father worked at Roswell, and this is reverse technology from an alien crash. I'm sticking to my story, man. So okay, we got a couple seconds here. I wanted to talk about, first of all, I'm going to find out who won. Let's see who we're going to, there we go. Who won our cuppies. But first, I was thinking this would be fun. So we have, and we have to address here. Please tell us, what product did you use? I came late to the live. Okay, this is the More Curl. It is available on Evil Cake Genius. It's called More Curl, and then there is the More Hard, and then my favorite, More Hard and Sticky. And it is absolutely amazing. It curls wafer paper for you. It's absolutely amazing. It's almost like it knows what to do. So my question to you is, I would like for you to either dispel or confirm a stereotype
about what, sorry?
For me.
Okay. So all I see on TikTok are videos of how Australia can kill you. And that we have giant spiders and huge snakes. So let me tell you, it's all true. No, I'm kidding. We do have those things, but we get some things in the city, but not like what they show online. We do have some dangerous things, and this is going to sound really, really bad. Most people who die from these things are the tourists because they don't read the signs. I'm sorry. So they see a cute little octopus, and it's got little blue rings on it. They go, oh, that's so pretty. Let's pick it up. Deadliest neurotoxin on the world. Yeah. So, but having said that,
Don't insta yourself with the blue octopus, guys.
No, so look, my best advice is just read the signage. But Australia is, and it's not, oh, look, you got a puppy. Oh, look at me, straight away a dog. Puppy!
Sorry, we have Skip. We have had enough.
I've got a Maltese, her name is Kiki. She is my world. I'll send you photos. She is so...
Oh, please do. We love that. Yeah, Charlie, everybody thinks he's a Maltese.
I'll send you photos later on so you can see it. But yeah, no, Australia is the most amazing. Not because I live here. I love traveling. Oh my gosh, hey cutie pie. Look at that little face.
Say hi,
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man.
No, don't, please.
Okay, sorry.
When it comes to pets, never apologize. I love kitty cats. I like puppy doggies. Hey, cutie pie.
Hey, look. What's going on? Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Oh, I love animals.
He's the shy one. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, so not everything is there to kill you. You just need to not be an
Yeah,
idiot.
like, you know,
Is that
don't
what
set up
we're
a
dealing
campsite on the side of a river and then wonder why there's a crocodile outside your tent at night. You know, common sense.
Got it. Got it. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. I have winners. The three metallic standard, so the gold, rose gold, and silver puppies those go to Evelyn's Cakes, and we will message you and get you all her information. Evelyn, can you PM us or IM us or
Is that
DM us?
my Evelyn?
Whatever it's called.
I think it might be my Evelyn, in which case I have her address.
Well
done, Evelyn.
Yay!
She's amazing.
Okay,
She's
so
and the sweetest girl. I hope it, regardless of who won, congratulations, the Evelyn that won. There we go.
Yeah, that is the, okay. So that's, and then the other one is who won the pink, blue, black, and white is Lorraine G. Bell. Hi Lorraine, we've been talking to you.
Congratulations.
She's commented a couple of times. So yay, we will get, yes, message us. And oh yes, are we going to save the live so you can watch it again? Absolutely. We will save the live and we will post it so that you can watch Monica make this amazing flower again. We are absolutely blown away. So thank you for getting up early and talking to us. And we appreciate it so much, and we can't wait to see what is. Oh, and she said, "Yes, it's me, you're Evelyn." I cannot wait to see what you produce next, and count us in as the people that will bring it to the stage.
I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity. It's been. I didn't sleep last night because I was so excited about this morning. So. This has been amazing. I hope everyone has had a chance to see something new that maybe you haven't seen. And I'm sure people have 50 million questions. So any that we haven't answered, please, by all means, either undo yours. I'll share it across to my page as well. We will come back, myself and Beck, who are online, and answer everybody. So just let me know and I'll help everybody out. That's what we're here for anyway. So, but thank you, Robin. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Annalise. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you all, guys, for tuning in. We are super excited, and stay tuned. We're going to come up with some more stuff later, but I will post this and we will get it out there. And love you so much. We will talk.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Everybody have a good night. Have a good day down there.